तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। वंदे गुरोर्मंडलम। शिवोहम। Welcome to the series of talks on Shiv Swaroday. Shiv Swaroday is an ancient tantric text in which Lord Shiva, the Adinath, unfolds the secrets of Swaryog, the practice of which reveals the working of cosmos and its cosmic rhythms that keep pulsating within our body. It is the path that takes one towards highest perfection. Perfection means all-round expression of positivity, benevolence and success that is rooted in wisdom gained through self-recognition. If you are watching this as one of your first video here, I request you to watch related videos from the beginning for better understanding. The link to the playlist is provided in the description box for your easy access. Now let's take the next verse, the 66th verse, that states that Shashankam Varye Dratro Diva Varya Cha Bhaskaram Ityabhyas Sarto Nityam Sayogi Natra Sanchaya. This means that the lunar swar should be stopped in the night and solar swar should be stopped during the day. The one who follows this is a perfect yogi, there is no doubt about it. This may come as confusion, as in previous verses we understood that the ideal rhythm for the flowing of swar is different than what is mentioned here. It was said that swar should change every hour after the sunrise. In this verse it is mentioned that during night solar swar should be suppressed. It means solar will be active during night and lunar swar will be active all through the day. Many of the students do have this confusion and erroneously practice to activate lunar swar during the whole day. But this flow of swar is not what should be practiced, but this is the rhythm that naturally comes when a person has become a perfect yogi. It means you cannot create this rhythm by forcing to stop solar swar during day and lunar swar during night. This rhythm of lunar swar during day and solar swar during night happens naturally to a sadhak. It is said here that when such a rhythm arises within a person, he or she is a perfect yogi. Who is a true or perfect yogi? In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna states the qualities of a true yogi. A yogi is the one who has conquered the mind and is able to befriend it. A yogi is free from dualities of pleasure and displeasure, joy and sorrow, honor and dishonor. Stones or rare gems, all are the same to him. Yogi is the one who has conquered the senses. He is impartial and therefore his behavior is rooted in equanimity towards everyone, whether friend or foe. A yogi is free from desires and lives with controlled mind and body. A yogi does not sleep too much or too less, or even does not eat too much or too less. As a person progresses in sadhana and his vairagya is perfected, all these qualities are manifested in him naturally. Lunar swar is an auspicious swar, said to be conducive for working on self. When lunar swar is active, the energies of a person are moving inwards and the person is in a more stable state. As the body and mind start getting more and more stable and peaceful state, the lunar swar will be activated for a longer time, and that too in daytime when body energies are available. One may be determined to think that it is possible to control the mind by activating the lunar swar forcibly. Well, I should warn you here from doing any such experiment. You should not play such games with the subtle forces within you. And also do know that until and unless you are ready to live a life as a yogi, you are not eligible for this rhythm mentioned. If you think this is not possible, then let me tell you, I have seen sadhaks who have developed this rhythm. Most of the days, even my body follows this rhythm of lunar swar during the day and solar swar during the night, which means it is lunar swar in its designated time moves towards the flow of Sushumna. The Sushumna flow is also stretched in time, followed by a very small duration of solar swar and then back to lunar swar. Such a flow allows more time for centering and experience of Kundalini. During the night, as the energies are cooler, activating the solar swar helps in balancing the energies of the body. So, I do suggest people to sleep on their left side so that their solar swar is activated for longer duration during the night. Sleeping on the left side has many benefits as such. So, one should practice to sleep in this way. When you sleep on the left side, your right nostril will open up and your solar swar will be active. There is no harm in practicing this. For a person who has developed this rhythm naturally will notice that the swar changes exactly during the sunset. Some sannyasis have given out another way of body orientation during sleep. In my childhood, I had an opportunity to see Swami Dev Murthy ji in Rishikesh with my parents. I found Swamiji preaching peculiar, rather unconventional way of sleeping. He advocated sleeping on stomach. His logic was, every animal on planet sleeps on stomach except humans, and they keep healthy almost all through their lives. While his logic may be ridiculed by medical fraternity, but in his own life he did practice what he preached. I do feel there is a point in what he says, but it should not mean we should sleep over stomach whole night. Rather, 1 to 2 hours each day should be sufficient. To support my point, I would like to bring your attention to recent times. In the wake of corona pandemic, people were taught how pruning or sleeping over stomach frees lots of lung space, allowing more oxygen intake and blood oxygen saturation. Swamiji himself demonstrated that even if someone slept on stomach, one can lead a healthy life. Since I have followed sleeping over stomach at least 1 hour each day without any negative effects, sleeping over stomach helps in easing out the spine and nadis. I have observed, therefore, I can safely recommend it, but ensure you follow the rules of Mita Ahar if you are to practice this. Swar sadhana is a complete sadhana in itself, and when it is done in a determined, disciplined way with Tattva Shuddhi and Nadi Shuddhi, the qualities of a yogi start to develop within. That's all for today. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I bow down to the divine sitting in your hearts. Shiva.